connected. So let's start with a brief introduction of all the guests, and together with the introduction, I would just like to ask the first question, relying on the subject of today's panel, and I would just like to know how informed or how much were you counting on local people when you were opening your business? So let's start with Duška from Split, please.
Hello, everyone. From the Briig Hotel in Split, from the sunny today in Split. I hope that also in Zagreb. And Hotel Briig is open last year in June. It's new hotel. And hotel is situated in a very, very good location. I think that is the best location in the city Split. It's only 5 minutes from the city center and directly to the Bačvice beach. But hotel is a city hotel. It's not a beach hotel. And we, with our excellent location, exactly, we have provides additional opportunities to our guests, of course. And the hotel has a unique interior and exterior design. And when the architects also starts with building, we provide it with idea to offer a local people a special atmosphere and experience. And also our guests, local people from City Split, recognize that. From the very beginning, also before COVID, our concept in our hotel is organization of various events and occasion workshop, not only for the hotel guests, but even also for the local guests. And for example, I have some example. We organize a day of Japanese culture in our hotel and also in City Split, where we have a guest in hotel from Japan for Japanese calligraphics artists. They held a workshop and exhibition of their art. And also we have an origami workshop. And at the end of the day, we organize a Japanese dinner with special Japanese specialties, with a Japanese chef. And also this autumn we have a Spanish day, and during the Taste the Mediterranean Festival. So this is an additional offer which we give our guests, special for the local guests, not only for the hotel guests, which we have in our hotel.
Nice. So basically you integrate the guests of the hotel with the local community.
Yes, we try. We are new. We are because everything we offer, we are very interesting for the local people, and also our hotel has own restaurant or bar. And the beautiful terrace, it's also very important. We have a special part of the terrace. It's in the front of the bar, and a special part of the terrace for the restaurant. Yeah. And our position directly on the beach, it's really big and spacious, this terrace, and especially in this COVID era, it's important that,
of course,
yes, for the social distance, it's important to have enough space for each guest.
So as we know, local people in Split really appreciate terraces.
Yes, of course.
Something that you have going for you. Miroslav, can you please explain? I think that Canopy is kind of a locally integrated brand within the Hilton universe.
Yeah. Well, we are very lucky, very lucky to have brand Canopy, because Canopy is all around the world, and also in Zagreb is all about neighborhood. It is so-called also lights in the neighborhood. With its unique design and of the interior that's inspired with the local story of the Zagreb. For example, we are on the place where was the famous chocolate factory Union, and our designers build this strong relation with the neighborhood. And one of the brand pillar is to build excellent partnership and the relation with the neighborhood. And that's the neighborhood orientation concept is one of the most important pillar of this brand.
So you have special offers for the local people as well.
Exactly. Yes.
And this is from what I've seen. You're more focused on family, or you're more focused on Sunday lunches and bringing all family together and kind of enjoying.
Yes. Yeah, we create through this neighborhood orientation concept. We create different products, and one of the most recognized products in the past 2 years is our traditional Sunday lunch. Yes, it's for the family, friends. It's a reasonable price, and we are very recognized in Zagreb in this concept.
Thank you very much. And the last but not least, also integrated into Zagreb or into the local scene, it's Andrija with Swanky.
Yes, hello everyone. Even though I'm not currently I'm not in Zagreb, I represent Hostel in Zagreb. What can I say? We from the early beginning we were oriented to local people. I like to say to my friends and share a story when we were opening this venue. First time when I visited it, I was very surprised with the history of the building, and my main goal was to keep it as authentic as possible. It was a former dyeing factory and dry cleaning, and when we were turning into the hostel, I want to keep it as much as it possible. So I keep all the machines, Vedran. There are, let's say now the table, which was sometime in before it was a machine for something. Now it's a table in our bar, and our beautiful garden is also one of the hotspots in Swanky Mint hostel and bar. And I have to say, after 3 years of continuous investing in our program, in our bar offer events, we realized that our effort paid off, and we decided to invest also in our pool, which is nowadays one of the hotspots in Swanky, and we were recognized by the pool. All these things are things which can be recognized for the local people, and also it is also things which can attract also tourists. So I think the Swanky Mint Hostel and Swanky Monkey Garden are great example of how people can how hotels or hostels can rely on local people.
But how much do you think that the guests, the international guests of the hostel guests, do actually recognize that these places are actually filled with locals, or that they are visited with locals? And how much does it mean to the guests that are visiting your venues?
I think it's very important because hostel guests are a little bit different than hotel guests. And they are millennials. They read our reviews on all the platforms where we were presented. So many guests leave their impressions on our web or our booking engines, and talking about this, that if you are visiting our bar, you will actually meet a lot of local people here, which are open, which have this mindset to meet the guests, and they were representing like how to say, local. I don't know how to say that. They want to show the tourists what Zagreb can bring to them.
Yeah. And for you, Miroslav, did you notice that the guests of the hotel are happy to see locals in your venue as well?
Yes, we have among domestic a lot of international guests, and we communicate with them about local travel design. Vedran, you were in a hotel, and you know that, for example, all of our outlets, we have two excellent outlets: Canopy Central Bar and Reunion restaurants, and in the design of these two outlets. Tell story to the guests about Zagreb and about local. For example, bar is homage to our scientists Nikola Tesla and Penkala, and as I said, the restaurant is homage to our famous chocolate factory Union. Because of this, we created the name Reunion again, like get together again, on reunion of the family, of meeting good friends, and that was the idea of the name of the restaurant.
So, Duška, do your guests get a chance to sit on the terrace if it's filled with locals?
Yes, as Miroslav said, it is. We have also lots of international guests, especially during the high season. But our hotel guests like to see local guests on the terrace, and they usually said to us, "Oh, if they are." Local guests want come here on the, I don't know, in the restaurants, on the lunch and dinner. That is certainly very good dinner and food, yes, in these restaurants. So if the local guests recognize the restaurant, it is certainly good also for the hotel guests and international guests.
So I think that we have a kind of I wouldn't say boring, but kind of a flat setup here, because we have all great examples of the integration of locals in the hotels and hostels, and this is actually good because it's an international trend and the traveler trend to actually visit places that breed and live with the location that they are in. But let's go now to the a bit less fun part now. So how is COVID treating you? I think that the big guys or the big chains are easier to navigate to this crisis than the startups or newly opened hotels or even hostels who are really operating on a much lower budget. So how is it working out for you?
Yeah. The local guests, it's very important for us, especially in this situation with COVID, because if in this situation, when we have not lots of international guests and also not lots of domestic guests, we have not a seminar, we have not conferences in this period, and the local guests, because it is very important for this COVID era. But as I said previous, we also before this COVID era, we organized lots of events and I don't know, everything for the local guests. And for now, it's important for us to have a small opportunity for the business and income in this difficult period. Yes.
It is a minor income, I would suppose, comparing to the whole operation, full operation.
Yeah.
Miroslav, how are you guys doing it?
Well, performance of our hotel in January and February was very optimistic. And now I don't want to speak about occupancy because it is very low, and then we cannot compare with anything and to speak to have something to tell about this, because everything is in the same situation. Occupancy is very low, and but now we have excellent tool in this period, COVID era. We have excellent tool in Hilton, and this is Hilton Clean Stay Standard. It is very, very specific, and we are the leaders, to be honest, in the hotelier industry with this standard. We start first with constantly cleaning of high touch points in the public space, with room seals, with some great procedures that help us a lot to protect our team members and to protect our guests. And to be honest, our guests recognize all these efforts, and we want to share the mission of the clean stay through our actions to the guests, and also it is great tool in Hilton and in Canopy to have this kind of standard, and help us a lot to keep the operational business as much as possible in some I cannot tell big numbers, but in some numbers.
So
very low numbers.
Yeah, I think that is a healthy and safety in the first place for all of us, of our guests, of course, even they are hotel or even they are local guests.
Exactly.
Are you managing to finance the entire operation with only a bar?
Yeah, almost like that. We are smaller than any hotel in Zagreb and in the industry. So when you are smaller, then you are. It's easier to you to adapt to the new situation. So we were more flexible for this also COVID crisis. And from the beginning of the COVID crisis, we adapted our standards of cleaning and protecting our guests and employees with new protocols. So I can say that even though we have a few guests infected with COVID this summer season, we didn't have any employee infected, and I hope it will remain like this. And we were very satisfied about this. But on the other side, I have to tell you that we continue to invest in our event program and in our drinking offer. I can tell you now that we launched a new winter 2020-2021 cocktail card recently. And we still hope to survive with the local guests. Even though I have to tell you also on the other side that many of my colleagues from the hostel industry, which were oriented only to tourists, only to the hostel guests, they had to close down. So, for example, 2019 in Zagreb, there were, I think, 65 to 68 hostel venues. And I think now we are only 8 or 7 or 9, I don't know for sure, but only 9 hostels are open now, and we were one of them.
Ouch! And with all this effort, I mean, it's definitely, as you, Duška, mentioned, that people like to see local people. It's definitely that people like to see people nowadays.
Yeah, of course. That is the first important thing.
The spirit going. But as you all know, probably we are facing another lockdown, when only this one is going to be not targeted, but based on the hospitality industry. And from what I've seen is that the hotel, restaurants, and bars will be able to work, but only for guests. Are you preparing packages for people to stay?
Yes, of course. We also we preparing also for the new year, for December, but we will see what will be in this situation. We prepare packages for the hotel guests, including a dinner, including other activities which we have in the hotel, but we will see.
But did you have any increased travel or increased visits from the people from other parts of Croatia during this season or during this COVID thing?
Yes, we especially in autumn period, and we hope that will be also in winter, because we in Split have a really nice weather, no fog, no rainy most of the summer. We hope that will be, and if measure allowed us, we hope that we will have a nice December with also with the hotel guests. If we have not have an offer for the local guests, we will see. Yes.
So for you, Miroslav, did you notice increase in local guests in this non-travel period?
We count a lot. We count a lot on the domestic travelers, of course, because Zagreb is very famous for the Advent. But we do have in the past months guests from Dalmatia. It was mostly business traveler. But yes, we always count on the coastal on the guests from the coastal part of Croatia. So but now we will see what will happen, because there is no Advent, and now there is. We are expecting the new measures today. What will happen with the hotels? And hotels will stay. I think that hotels will stay open, but
without locals.
I
It will be difficult.
I heard that the restaurants and hotels would be able to work only for the guests of the hotel.
Of the hotel, yeah. I think it will be the new normal.
This
yes.
is a window of opportunity. Andrea, it's not related to the hospitality or bars or restaurants, but I've noticed that you started the renting rooms for longer periods. Or
yeah, this is one of the things what I said about that we can adapt much easier than, for example, Miroslav in Hilton. And now since after the summer season, we saw that the bookings are going lower and lower, and the crisis came back again, and we were trying to invent something new, and then we figure out that we can offer the long stay, let's say long stay terms in our hostel, and it is okay. I cannot say it's big, but we have few guests renting a hostel room or hotel room, because I have to say first that we have 15 rooms like a hotel, which are private rooms with double bed and private bathroom. And this room is very popular among tourists who want to stay longer, especially if you have some business, for example, in Zagreb for 1 or 2 months. It is quite difficult to find an apartment for 1 or 2 months and sign a contract and everything like this, and this is very popular also in Europe, I think. So some hostels and hotels turn to this long-term period renting rooms, and I have also one architect bureau renting our apartment for the whole winter season, and now there are 2 architects sitting there and working.
So because also rely on local people, yes.
Yeah, this is also.
So you're going to
architects, also local people.
Yeah.
Also,
by the end of the year, you might become an apartment building, or you might not a hostel anymore.
Yeah, we will see. I don't know what will happen.
Hilton has the one concept working space, and usually now we have some rooms turned into the offices, and it's
really
well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is called working space in Hilton. Yeah.
Yeah, we have also small rooms for the conference, for the meetings, and this is also recognized by the local people to organize the meetings in our hotel. Small room for 2, 4, 5 people. It's also very good for the recognized, but I don't know what will be allowed with these new measures.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And
also, I don't know if meetings will be allowed.
I have one interesting story to tell you, which came out yesterday, that local people are trying to have a party somewhere, and they were forbidden to go anywhere, and they were asking for bigger dorms. We have bigger rooms where you can fit, let's say, 10 people. It's common in hostels. So they asked us, do you have a 10 bed dormitory rooms? And we said, okay, what do you need for? We want to organize a small party for 10 people. So this is something also happening now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We hope that everything will
good ideas in this period. Yeah.
young people are feeling very sad about all this situation, so they are trying to invent everything.
Creative ideas, yeah.
Yes.
So basically, you all have restaurants and bars that are visited by local people that is going to be banned, and probably by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, and you all have also facilities for working and meeting, and which is also going to be banned pretty soon to some extent. So the future is not looking too bright, but it's really nice to see how the industry adapts and accommodates to the entire situation. And I sure hope that this lockdown will clean up the number of cases by Christmas as they were planning. So I really hope that
we hope so.
That your effort to draw locals will have some benefit then. What are your projections from where you're standing and from what you're talking to other markets and other countries? What would be your projections for how long are you going to have to suffer and struggle?
Everyone hopes that will be finished till I don't know, spring or summer, and we hope so, all of us. In this situation, we have lots of reservation for the next season. Even groups, I don't know, congresses, and individuals also. In our hotel, we have 62 rooms, so we have opportunities also for the individual guests and groups in our hotel. But we will see what will be in this situation. For now, we have reservations, but we will see.
Miroslav?
We are depending in Zagreb. We are depending on the flights, and I think till this kind of segment will not rise again. We will have, to be honest, a problem with occupancy in Zagreb, and because in hotels rooms deliver the rooms drive revenue. We cannot, F&D cannot drive as much revenue as we need, but I think that flights are most important for Zagreb and also for Split. And
yes, of course.
For the next year, a lot of air companies, airline companies. Announced that won't have flights to Zagreb. We will see what will happen, but the flights are very important to Zagreb,
and also
for connection. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Andrija?
Well, okay. I have to say that we have. I think we will have two stages. I didn't mention that our local guests can drive us up to almost 50% of our revenue. So we have big bar and restaurant, and I hope this vaccine, what is like here, will bring something new for local people, and then this will bring some, like this will be the first stage of recovering. If the locals are back, then I think the airliners and the tourists will start going to visit Split or Zagreb, whatever. So I hope in spring that we will have some better news, and the summer season will be promising. I won't say it will be like 2019, but I think it will be okay. That's my opinion.
It won't be the numbers that we had, but also in Canopy, in Hilton, we are optimistic, and we have to be to wait till this better spring maybe and summer.
Do you see the opportunity in the beginning of next year for local guests to be more mobile around the country, because everybody is fed up with not being able to travel? So do you think that there will be, with all the offer from the local people and with all of your F&B efforts, do you think you can attract people that are going to come to stay for the experience, just local people from other cities?
You think for domestic guests,
yes,
not even local guests, yes, from the city, Zagreb or Split, or yes.
Local tourists.
Yes, local tourists. Yeah. This is it's also good opportunity, especially for the beginning of the season, or I don't know. Spring.
The problem that I see is probably the January and February. You know, everything's going to be there. Nobody's going to go skiing. Do you think that people are going to go sit in their car and go to Split for a week? Or do you not see this as an option? Or people from Split to go to Zagreb and to stay, you know, the whole family in one big room in Swanky or whatever, or in the
we hope so and prepare a very good offer. Yes.
I think that it could happen because what hotels attract people, but mostly destination is the main reason that guests want to visit. Maybe Zagreb is I may say it's a great destination to visit, and then people will choose, for example, Canopy or other hotel. But destination is something that, for example, Zagreb will give to the guests from the sea the reason to come and to visit maybe Zagorje, and then they will choose our hotel and our outlets to stay. But I think that the guests can be more movable. Domestic guests can be more movable in Croatia next year, because we will see what will happen with other countries if we will restrictions to go somewhere. But we hope that it might happen. Yes.
And also, it is also very important that hotel offer some special offer for the domestic people, and we hope that everyone working on this, and we have already do something on that, but also for on the beginning of the next year also.
Andrija, what do you expect?
Well, I have to say that on one side, I'm like very sorry that Zagreb as destination will miss the Advent fever, and this Advent in the last 5 or 10 years bring many tourists to Zagreb as destination. And on the other side, Split in the early spring or early year, like this January, February, we will have a great opportunity to attract the local tourists from Zagreb and Slavonia and whatever to visit Split, because they will have for sure nicer weather than Zagreb. So I hope at least that we will go to Split and
only for the weather.
Everybody to Split.
Okay, so
I invite every local guest to Split, and we prepare certainly hotels in Split, a good offer for the local guests.
So this is our time is up. So we were supposed to be we're over time already. So thank you guys for sharing your examples, and hope you have a great next year.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Vedran. Thank you, Andrija, Duška, and others.
Thank you. Yes. Hope to see you somewhere. Yeah.
Yes,
come to Canopy. Yes.
This winter in Split, and of course in the summer next. Yes. Bye, everyone.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.